Good.
All right. Let's go ahead and get started. I've got the questions here from the local media here in Bristol, Ricky, and they've submitted them to me, and then we'll share this video with them.
Oh, cool.
Um, First one is, how would you assess your start to the season after the first 8 races?
After the first 6 races, I was really happy with at least the performance of our car. We've, had some strong showings, had some, good solid runs as far as the speed in the race car, leading laps, running up front. The short tracks, the last two have really got us scratching our heads. So we've been really buckling down as a race team, trying to figure out exactly what it is that we're missing on the short track. So it's whatever the one problem is. I feel like it's going to fix our short tracks once we kind of figure out the answer to that. So I like the fight in our team. I like that the hard work everybody's putting in, and we're not getting down on the 2 races that we've struggled the last two, but definitely know that there's some big improvements to be made there. So looking forward to kind of trying to get those good finishes that I feel like we deserve on the mile and a halves and super speedways, and even the road courses. We were a lot better car than where we finished. So I like the speed on those tracks. Just got to figure out the short tracks.
Moving to the Bristol Dirt Race this weekend, what was your secret to a second place finish last year?
Yeah, last year, in practice, we weren't the fastest car by any means, but I was really happy with the way our car, handled and kind of held on throughout the run, and the way our tires held up. And so, with a track that was abrasive as the dirt race was, and how soft our tires were, you couldn't just go qualifying laps every lap out there. You had to take care of your car, had to take care of your tires, and I feel like we did a really good job of that. And Brian Patty, my crew chief, has been around dirt racing for a long time as well. And I felt like we both felt really comfortable after practice, even though we weren't the fastest. And so when it came down to race time, we were patient, just kind of, again, bided our time, made sure we had tires left, and kind of went for it. When it counted, and when it mattered. And so we were running down the 22, I think 2 or 3 tenths a lap, right there at the end, and just kind of ran out of time. So looking forward to getting back there, and see if we can't turn some of this bad luck that we've been having around, and get ourselves a win.
What is it about Bristol, concrete or dirt? You always seem to run well there.
I don't know. I mean, I've just loved Bristol from the first time that I ever went and tested. I think I tested an ARCA car there a long time ago, and just really just kind of fell in love with the place. And I love the Coliseum atmosphere, stands all the way around. I love the high banks that Bristol offers. I feel like with the high banks, you're able to on the concrete do more with your car than maybe what it's capable of. And a lot of the racetracks we go to, it's tough to do that. And so that's one thing that I've always liked about Bristol.
Do you feel like it's important for NASCAR to have a dirt race on the Cup schedule?
I don't know if it's important. I think obviously it shakes things up, and right now people are definitely intrigued with anything that's new. I definitely wouldn't go add more, but I wish maybe you could take it to an actual dirt track, and maybe rotate that a little bit, and go to different ones. But I know that there's a lot that goes into that as far as seating and capacity, and just a lot of issues that when you try and move something around like that. But I think as long as people are still excited about it and still show up, and still tune into our races, I think it's important that we keep up with that.
Um, do guys like such as yourself who have a lot of dirt experience have an advantage in this race?
I would like to think so, a little bit, but when it comes down to it, most of the time, the fastest cars still win. So when you have a racetrack that has low grip, and you're sliding around a lot, a faster, better handling car can overcome somebody's experience with the dirt. And so I think you saw that, kind of play out last year. Cars that had good grip and were able to handle a little bit better were definitely faster. So, I think on one hand, like, practice and maybe some of the heat races and things like that, when the track's not fully kind of run in, I think maybe the dirt guys could have a little bit of an advantage, but still the best car always wins.
What are your thoughts about moving the race tonight?
Moving the race tonight, I think, is going to be a benefit. Any any dirt race during the day is always pretty dusty, no matter what you do to the racetrack. And so, with the red dirt that we have around North Carolina, Bristol, the dust is even more of an issue. And so, I think moving it tonight will definitely be a benefit. I thought, watching the late model races the last couple weeks, I thought the dust was pretty minimal for them. And I thought they did a good job with that. So seems like, Steve and the guys have a really good handle on the racetrack, and, keeping it smooth. They've, it hasn't had any big issues like they did last year, which I enjoyed the rough racetrack last year. I think that made it challenging and, made you think of how you were going to enter the corner and things like that. But, I think it could be better with it smooth.
And last question, what are your overall thoughts on the next gen car?
Overall thoughts on the next gen car has been, I've been really happy with it. It's been fun to drive. I thought we've had some really good racing. I think the short tracks, we're still trying to figure out, as a team for us, how to make our car more competitive and be able to go up and pass other cars. But it seems like some of the other cars that are, even good, still had a struggle passing cars. And so, we've all been talking about that, trying to make sure that, again, we put the best product on the racetrack for the fans, and, and more fun for us as well. So, more passing and things like that are definitely better for us and the fans. So, still maybe a little work to do there, but I think overall, man, we've had a great start to the season. NASCAR's done a good job with, really kind of reacting to this car of, hey, we need to do something different. And, I think it's been good.
All right. Well, we appreciate your time, Ricky, and we look forward to seeing you out here at Bristol this weekend.
Yep. Looking forward to it. Thank you.
Thanks.